Hello everyone, QWERTY here, and welcome to QWERTYViews. Well, one day there'll be like a song or something there, but for now we're just gonna deal with not having a song or something there. Last week we talked about the Carnival of Carnage, and I may or may not put the link in the description below. There's gonna be a playlist full of these, so it doesn't really matter. But today we're gonna talk about the second Joker's card in the first deck, the Ringmaster. Sorry about the glare, I've still yet to solve that problem. Alright, well, the Ringmaster is basically this. When you die at the hands of the carnival, you're going to meet a wicked Ringmaster who not only leads the carnival, but is also will personally become your personal sin monster. Basically, depending on the sins you committed and how bad they are, he'll be bigger and stronger when you fight him. Okay, so let's look at the CD art. Again, I think Shaggy draws these, to be honest. I don't know how well an artist either of them are, but I know for sure Shaggy is pretty good when I think about it. You see, he's got the whole hat and everything. He looks like a ringmaster, wicked ringmaster, with a clown face paint, because sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. Let's look into here. Hold on a second. Alright, well, it's got a whole thing I could read to you, but again, that's going to take up an unnecessary amount of time. So, that, and inside it's got who's produced, and who produced, song names, and who produced it, and all that, and it's got a special thanks, and all that good stuff. And again, similar to the last album, except black, and it has the Ringmaster on it several times, as opposed to having the face of the Carnival of Carnage. Alright, let's get to actually reviewing this album. The first track on here is called Wax Museum, which is just the intro. Just saying, we're the Insane Clown Posse, and we follow the Ringmaster. The next song, if you even know about Insane Clown Posse, or at least know about their own old stuff, you should know this song, Murder Go Round. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be about. Obviously, the word murder go round is a play on of merry-go-round, but the song's cool. It's got a lot of good raps. It's really funny. It's an all-around pretty good song. I enjoy it. The next song is called Chicken Hunting, which, again, if you know any of ICP's old shit, you know chicken hunting. This one is about going around and killing racist rednecks. Not specifically rednecks, but racist ones. Ones who hang the rebel flag, and ones who, want to, hate black people or any other race other than white. Stuff like that. Really cool song, pretty funny. I don't know. I almost want to say repetitive, but it's not, except for the hook. So, it's all good. The next one's called Mr. Johnson's Head, and it's got a bit of a creepier tone to it. It's about being in school and being neglected and disrespected and bullied and being the kid that no one really cares about and notices. And so he kills his teacher and sticks his head in his book bag for reasons. Okay! Again, another pretty good song. A song that most people end up enjoying. So, the next one is called The Southwest Song. It's just another Insane Clown Posse song, saying that they come from the Southwest Detroit side, area of that area. The next one is called Get Off Me Dog, which is exactly how it sounds. It's one of their more annoying songs, but it's still pretty good. I enjoy it. Get Off Me Dog. Good song. The next one is called Who Asked You? Well, who did ask you? It's kind of about people who talk shit. But kind of in that was my interpretation. Like, who asked you? The next one is my favorite song off the whole album, the Dead one. It's about a guy who died, but he doesn't understand that he died, and he walks around. He can't feel pain. He's got pieces coming off of him. He's decaying, and it's a really cool song, really creative. I'd love to see a movie or something of that, and I'm sure there is. And if there's not, I haven't seen it, and if I have seen it, I don't remember. But it's a really cool concept. I think it's pretty cool. The next one is called My Fun House, which is about going through a fun house that's full of murder and crazy stuff like that. It's an alright song. A little agitating, but whatever. For the Maggots. This one is just saying this is for all the scrubs out there, all the people who talk who enjoy the music and stuff like that. Again, this is kind of before the Juggalo age, so people didn't run around calling themselves Juggalos necessarily. You just had whatever. It's an alright song. When I don't really remember it that well, so but I remember it's an okay song. Wagon. What can I say about this? It's about a dude who runs around in a wagon, and it's full of dead bodies, and dead bodies are dragging off the wagon. Another fun song, very repetitive, but the repetitiveness works with the song, so it ends up being pretty good. The next one is called The Loons, which is another one of my favorites on this album. It's about a guy who is coming to kill someone, and he calls up and goes, "On the neck cutter, and I'm 2 blocks away," and it gets different every single song, and in the end he ends up getting killed. The next one's actually a comedy song called Love Song, and it's about, he's dating this girl, and he could be doing all these cool things for the girl, but instead it's kind of a dick, and he doesn't like being with the girl. The only thing he likes is the netting, if you know what I mean. The next one is my least favorite song, Bugs on My Nugs. It's about after you have sex with dirty sluts, you get bugs on your nugs, and it's not a good song. It's not. The next one is called House of Mirrors, which is actually pretty cool. If you're familiar with carnivals, most of them have a version of the House of Mirrors. And basically, you walk in, and in this House of Mirrors, you don't see yourself. You see contorted versions of yourself, which in the House of Mirrors is the norm, but instead of regular, contorted versions of yourself, you see what's inside of you. You see the monster inside of you. You see the person that you are. Alright? All the sins or all the good things. You could be a motherfucking angel inside, but it's meant to say, hey, whatever. The next is the worst song on the whole album. Literally, it's the most annoying song I've ever heard from a band that I love. A band that I will follow to the grave, and I hate this song. It's a bad song. It's not good. It's called Ringmaster's Word. And, well, it's just repetitive. I don't know what I could say about it. It's supposed to be the fight between you and your sin monster, or your ringmaster, if you will. But it's the most repetitive thing in the world. And it goes on for 3 or 4 minutes. Let's see how long it actually goes on for. I think there's a time limit in here. I'm not really sure, though. Let's see. It does not. It doesn't even have it in here. There's no one to thank for it. Even Insane Clown Posse knew it was a bad idea to put the most annoying song in the world on an album that's fairly good. But, you know, besides that song and like Bugs on My Nugs, it's actually a really good album. Has some really fresh ideas that really weren't introduced in the music industry except by maybe Isham. So that's about it. I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars this time around. Because it's not their first album, and it's actually a good album. One that's not insanely annoying. Okay, this has been QwertyViews. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you have any suggestions for CDs, movies, and even video games, say so in the comments, but I'm not going to get to it until after... Sorry. I'm not going to get into it until after I'm done with the Joker's cards, all of them up to date, including the 3 that are out right now. Okay, well, I'll see you next Thursday. Love y'all.